So the idea for this video came to me as the result of one of life's beautiful serendipitous moments, and that is after working a full day, being very tired, I'm getting ready to go home, and I walk outside and I notice that I have a flat tire. So now the sun is beating down, so now I have to change a flat tire. It's very hot out. It was very hot during the work day as well, and about average tiredness, so not too bad. But the point being that, and then also the spare tire in the trunk had some sort of ludicrous contraption that screwed it down, and the threads were kind of seized, so I had to spend most of the time trying to figure out how to get that out. And a lot of times in life, these things happen to us, these little perceived inconveniences, and I know my past self would get very upset about it, would use all manner of curse words, fail to extract the blessing and the lesson from it. And so it's something that I want to bring to the attention of the viewers, because when you're in that low state of consciousness, you only view these things, you only extract and ascribe to them very negative meanings, negative connotations, negative emotions, and in so doing, ascribing those sorts of subdued, low aspects of reality, low vibrations to these things. You're influencing your subconscious, and it's being reflected back at you, and you're subduing your own self and the way you perceive things. You're subverting and subduing your highest self, your ultimate self, and you're feeding your low self. You're allowing it to dominate you, to control you, and to direct your reality in ways that will never be favorable, and in ways that will manifest the hell that you've created. Emphasis on you. So we need to shift our perspective, shift our focus, view these things as the blessings that they are, and be grateful for them, because though in our low state we may perceive them as inconveniences and personal attacks against us, because our sense of self, our egos are so inflated that everything has to be about us, right? So you never know what that little perceived inconvenience or setback is facilitating for you in a positive way. Maybe that flat tire was to hold you up, so that was to hold me up so that I wouldn't be in a certain place at a certain time that I would otherwise be, and encounter some tremendous difficulty or trouble. So you need to be cognizant of that, but also, even if that's not the case, you can conceive of it as a test meant to test your level of consciousness, your character, to see if you really are what you say that you are, if you're really the virtuous person that you claim to be, if you're incorporating these elevated states of being into your subconscious and into your psyche, and if all of this work that you claim to be doing is actually being engaged with. So you can think of it as a test, something to push back at you a little bit, so you can be tested and proven, and get a real world readout of where you're actually at. So any way you want to look at it, it's a blessing, and that's the way that we should look at these sorts of things. Don't take on the victim mentality. Don't curse the heavens. Don't shake your little fist up, have a little tantrum, and all this sort of stupid stuff, that these behaviors that we align ourselves with and that we feed so much that they become our default. We need to undo all of this conditioning. We need to reframe and rewire our minds and our spirits, And in this way, we'll begin to extract the highest of vibrations from reality, incorporate them within us, and reflect them back. So keep that in mind. Know that whatever suffering you're going through, as is the title of my channel, it never was about you. It's not about you. It's about ascending to the highest level, reconciling all the perceived dualities and all of the chaos that is inherent to this subdued plane of existence we inhabit, and attaining that higher level of consciousness in order to facilitate the ultimate purpose that God has created for you. And just as a blade must be thrust into the fire to strengthen it, suffering is necessary. It is a blessing. We need to align ourselves with that idea, ingrain it in your mind. It is a blessing. It's not about you. It's about the effect that you are to have on the rest of the collective, the people that you encounter, to lift them up. And know that you will get through it. You can get through it. And I'm going to keep this video short, but keep that in mind about these perceived setbacks and inconveniences, and the words and the frames of mind that you ascribe to these sorts of things. Know that it's not arbitrary. It is. Be careful, be cognizant of the words and these sorts of things that you attach to things, because words are spiritual. Power of life and death lies in the tongue. And check out my other videos. I have a video about that. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. Leave your comments, your suggestions, your feedback. Anything that you might want advice on, or anything you might be struggling with, you want a different perspective on, I'd be happy to assist with some words of mine if I can. And check out my other channel, Ray Rivera, where I do music and art and stuff. And that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna wrap this one up.